Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Welcome back to our channel and our second podcast for this channel, which is StudioSantaiStudent, in case you forgot. Okay, so I am Fatin, your usual host for you today. And as you can see, Xiaomi is not here, and instead I am replaced by Mr. Haras Weiss.
Hi guys.
So Mr. Haras Weiss is actually the president of the Student Council here in KPM Branang. Okay, so from now on, I'm just going to refer to you as Haras.
Yeah,
okay?
sure.
All right. Okay, so Haras, can you tell us more about yourself?
Right, but first of all, I would like to thanks to the production team for inviting me to this podcast. I'm really excited. So my name is Haras Wais bin Rahaizat, the president of the Student Representative Council for 2022 and 2023. A little bit about myself. What should I say?
Like maybe.
Where do I live?
Yeah.
I live in Ampang. The usual.
The usual questions.
I live in Ampang. I'm taking business studies, diploma in business studies, and now I'm in my final semester, sixth semester, and yeah, I think that's about it.
That's about it. Like what? Okay, you told us that you took like you're taking business studies, right?
Yeah.
What? Why did you choose business studies?
It's quite a very long story, but I try to make it short. So first of all, I'm interested in taking mass communications before I'm taking business studies, because I don't want to take the same diploma as my sisters. My sister took the business studies as well, so I wanted to take mass communication, as well as I'm interested in like talking a lot and seeing people, interviewing people, jumpa orang and socialize like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of my cup of tea. But then my mom's like convinced me, saying that even though you're taking business studies, you still can do what you want to do. And my ambition is to become a motivational speaker. Inshallah, one day I'll be talking in front of many audience on the stage.
Okay, I can see the vision of you becoming a motivational speaker one day.
Why you say so? I'm intrigued to know.
I mean, just from you talking.
Oh, I see.
Like I can see the genuinity of it, I think.
Oh, thank you. I'm humbled.
Okay, so moving on to our second question. I'm just going to go straight to the point.
Sure.
We invited you here to maybe how to say
share my experience.
Share your experiences and to exclusively talk about student council especially.
I see.
Okay.
All right.
So actually, what was the motivation behind you becoming the president, or you wanting to become the president of student council?
It started from Form 1 actually.
Wow.
So I didn't have any intentions back then when I was in MRSM. I studied at MRSM Kuala Kelawang. Back then when I was in Form 1, I didn't have any intentions of becoming a leader or sort or holding any positions. But then one night, it was funny enough, that time like my batchmate did some things, to make our seniors angry or mad at us. So
they were breaking rules or something?
Some sort of like breaking rules, biasalah asrama kan. Anything that we do, sini akan marah. But that time I wasn't the ketua batch. So at that time it was my friend, and then he was demoted, turun jawatan, and then funny enough, I was brought up. My name was brought up. So and then pupak I was the ketua batch. And then from there I started to like nak jinak masuk jawatan lain. So here we have Pedikma. Back then in our MRSM we have Badan Dakwah dan Akhlak Rohani. So I was the penguat kuasa Form 1, Form 2 lah. And then from there macam nak start jadi pengawas, jadi Bada and whatnot. And then things happen during my Form 4 era. So I wasn't able to become an MPP lah. So there we call Badan Wakil Pelajar. I did some things that caused me not to become a MPP.
Okay.
So to say the least, from Form 1 until Form 5, I was very, very involved in leadership positions. And I think I experienced a lot of things such as kena kecam, kena palau, kena apa-apa lah yang semua that korang mengkritik, kena dikritik semua
Because
tu.
of you becoming like a person in power lah.
Yeah. The thing is like that time I some sort of regret it. But I some sort of like appreciate, like I am grateful that thing happened because of that I'm here. I am the man who I am today.
So like that shaped you into a person?
Yeah, that some sort of like shaped me into a person. I was criticized, but at the same time, I wanted to push like for the students, right? Like macam program activities, like rules that I think shouldn't be there in the first place. It's a thing that I didn't fight for it because I didn't have any authority over it, but that sort of things. And then because of I wasn't able to become an MPP when I was in MRSM, and then I tried to fight for the position here at KPM Bratnam. So basically during the interview, I didn't say much, but not macam nak cakap senang cerita, my goal was to become the president.
So you didn't have like anything else in mind?
I don't have anything else in mind. So because of that, now I'm here.
So because you said you wanted to change a few things like when you were in high school.
Yeah.
And then because you didn't have the power to do so, that was like the motivation behind you becoming president.
Because I think I can do more when I have the authority.
Okay.
When you don't have the positions, people will be like, siapa kau, apa semua kan.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so the election process, right? You said that you were just like focused on president.
Yeah.
So the election process in KPM Bratnam, how is it exactly? Like, what does one have to do to become the member in student council?
Of course, you need to nominate yourself. It starts with the confidence of nominating yourself, and then after that we have like the campaigning session. So that time lah korang nak buat video ke, korang nak tampal poster ke, nak buat ucapan depan khayalat ramai. And then after that we have manifesto. So during that manifesto you will present what you promise to the students. And then voting session. So it's quite a simple process actually. It doesn't have a lot of things you need to do. Like macam you don't need to handle any programs, or you don't need to go for camps. So after I've won the election, we had an interview, like a santai interview, because you already won, right? So dapat interview, kita orang pergi camp. Kami pergi camp like for 3 days, 2 days, I think.
Leadership camp?
Yeah, it's some sort of like leadership camps. Like there's MPP involved, President club lain macam Press Club Sedaya, President Club Associates, and AMA.
So mostly like people in like leadership positions.
Yeah, that I think needs that exposure from the camp. So we were observed by our advisors, and then Alhamdulillah I performed well during the camp, and I got the president's position.
Okay, so from that is how you got president.
Yeah.
So like what exactly did you do in the camp? Like how did they actually rate you?
Rate, analyze, and whatnot.
Analyze you to become.
It's more like what do you call it? Like a public speaking program. That's not the word. I think like macam mana nak dapat confidence, satu. Macam mana nak bercakap depan khayalat orang ramai, and how to organise. Like macam there's of course like a team bonding activities macam, what's the program macam baling balloon pakai tangkap kan.
The usual like team building.
Yeah, the usual. So yeah, that's part of the activities. But mostly it's like building your communication skills.
And your confidence.
Yeah, and your confidence, of course.
Right. So what kind of like activities or like events, the things you did as the president, and that you remember until now?
Until now. So of course as the MPP, kami kena handle program college lah. So one of the first activities yang I was actually the head program, head penyelaras lah, macam ketua program lah, was Hari Merdeka actually. At that time kami tak dapat jawatan apa-apa lagi. So at that time macam alamak. There was no hierarchy at that time. But my friends macam cadangkan my name to become the penyelaras whatsoever. That was the first. And then I think was minggu activity kot, time to intra. I was a semi penyelaras because at that time ada intra kan. So our exco sukan handled part of it. And then the biggest achievement that I've had as the president was buat tournament rugby. Our own KPMB tournament rugby, which was held by me and my classmates during 5th semester 5 hari tu, sem lepas lah. It was a big program actually because of 80% or 85%, 90% of the tournament, I handled it alone. Because there's a lot of like processes I need to be done as quick as possible. Not to say I don't trust my classmates, but at that time, paper lulus lambat. Because before that macam management kena luluskan and a lot of other programs and macam even nak handle things yang perlu di handle. So my paper was like tak ada list priority, but it was pending lah. So at that time macam I had like a month or so to handle a big tournament. So I was proud of it actually. There's a lot of like things happen, like I gaduh dengan ramai orang actually.
Because of what?
Because there's a lot of controversial tau, especially when dealing with someone. I remember particularly there's this one team that I forgot. Biasalah our first event.
No, wait, actually, the rugby tournament, was it between just like people in KPMB?
No, that I invited like outsiders as well. Like team luar, macam MJI, I invited MJI, KPTM, KL.
So even KPTM, KM, all.
Yeah,
So,
all that.
okay.
IPG KL pun datang.
I see. Okay.
So GMI pun datang. So there's this one team yang my fault jugalah. I forgot to mention the had umur and whatnot kan. Lepas tu malam tu macam diorang cakap kita orang dah ada team apa semua kan. And then janganlah reject team kita orang sebab team diorang like over the limit of the.
So how old were they?
I don't know how they handle it, but I said to them like macam okay fine, kalau nak masuk this had umur je yang boleh datang. Yang lain semua tak boleh masuk. Lepas tu at the end diorang cancel juga sebab diorang tak dapat masuk. Something like that lah. But I've had a few quarrels with people.
But it's not easy.
It's not easy to handle a program actually. And my motivation behind handling that tournament was, it was a funny story. That time before that, I invited MJI for a friendly at our KPM. And then after that, our Kokyo teachers lah macam cakap lah, senang je buatlah ni tournament rugby. Senang je nak handle program tu sebenarnya. And then I was like, yes, I will handle it.
Because you like rugby lah.
I had passion for it.
Okay.
And then like when they said it was easy to handle, lagilah I macam.
But then why rugby?
Why rugby?
Why is rugby easier to handle than other events?
It wasn't actually.
Okay.
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. Like I said, I had a few quarrels. That was just like part of it. Macam nak kena cari teams lagi, nak kena handle yuran and whatnot. So it was hard, but it was fun experience. So back to your question, why rugby? Because I think rugby helped me a lot as a person. I wasn't good at playing football, but rugby gave me an opportunity.
Kaki bangku lah.
Not kaki bangku lah. I wasn't good. I was average.
Okay.
So my friends back then at MRSM macam semua macam gempak lah. Wakil negeri apa semua kan. So I had no spot in the team. But when my friends said macam I had a position macam I can play in the rugby team, macam I go for it. But awal-awal tu memang takut lah because I was so small back then. I was so small. I was so afraid. But
like still small.
I'm still small, but I grew a bit.
Okay.
I guess. I grew a bit, a lot. I grew a bit. So, with rugby, it helps me with my discipline, time management, my mindset to become a strongly minded person, macam more matured lah. Because rugby macam memang, if you know, kita kena lanyak apa semua, kena bully lah some sort with my coach. Macam, yelah takkanlah nak masuk tournament tak fit kan.
Betul.
So memang kena lari, memanjang, kena buat push-ups and whatnot.
So you like train for it? For it really hard?
Train really hard. I train not hard enough, but I train hard.
Okay.
Yeah, until today. But I think it helps me because without rugby, I think I have no motivations to do a lot of things. Some sort of way dia macam helps me to reach my goals. Because macam if you had experience kan, macam kalau korang macam tak keluar rumah kan, tak bersukan apa semua. Have you experienced that actually?
Tak keluar rumah.
Tak keluar rumah, tak bersukan, tak bergaul and what not.
Yeah.
Ya, macam rasa lemau kan, rasa tepu.
I think especially like during COVID.
Yeah.
Like that was the most depressing moment lah where
So itulah. I think sports help me a lot in socializing.
Okay. So before we continue to further questions, because I still have a lot of questions for you.
Oh really?
Yeah, I still have a lot of questions for you. Okay, we're not done yet. But until then, we're going to take a short break because I think we need it because of the quite heavy topics that we're getting.
Alright. Okay.
Not in a bad way. Okay, not in a bad way.
Alright.
Okay, so with that being said, we're going to meet you after the break.
Right. See you.
Bye. Hello everyone, welcome back to StudioSantaiStudent, and again we are with Haras, our special guest for today. Okay, so before we got into our break, we were talking about rugby, basically it's kind of like the activities that you do, like kind of like the things you do in your me time.
It's a work actually.
It's a work.
What do you mean?
No, it's like because you said that rugby is like your passion.
Oh yeah.
So
okay.
it's how is your passion your work? It can be, but then that's kind of like
If you like to interpret it as my me time, I think that's a way to put it, I guess. But tak lah, my days goes like this.
Okay, how does the day of
my days as the president. Of course, as a student, kelas sampai petang. In the petang, main rugby. Malam, assignment. Malam tidur.
And even weekends?
Weekends, that's the fun part. Actually, to say the least, I don't have a lot of activity to do. Maybe restricted from my transportation, I guess. Because I don't drive. I don't have any transport. So my life revolves around what I do at home. So if I have nothing to do, I have nothing to do. But if I could fill my me time, what do? I will watch YouTube, I guess. Watch games because I don't play games. I'm bad at it. So I watch other people play games. I watch other people play games. But the only thing I do for my me time, that the solely thing that I do, I think is like rugby. I think play sports. You know, the typical guy stuff.
The typical like jockey stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, not in a bad way, right?
Not in
I
a bad
didn't mean it in a
way.
bad way. Okay. Actually, I wanted to ask a question to relate to like the work and life balance.
I see.
As like the president, I guess, because I feel like to me as a representative of like the students or like the voices of the people. So
I can see that.
No, so because for me it's like a president, right? And then of a student council and in a college. Although it's not university, but college is still something big. It's like something big. And I feel like the pressure is real. Like there's certainly a pressure.
That's pressure.
Yeah. And then the thing that comes with pressure is that you don't usually like have time for yourself. And then sometimes people end up losing like their identity over it.
Yeah.
So I just like wanted to, I guess, like, know what do you usually do? Like how do you maintain that work and life balance? Like, or do you maintain your work and life balance?
I don't think so. No, I don't. This is quite a controversial statement, but I agree with. You remember the issue of Jananik saying there's no such thing as work-life balance? Yeah, I agree with that. Certainly. A lot of people macam cakap, oh, suka hati aku lah nak kerja apa, nak rest apa semua kan. Yeah, it's for them yang nak macam, to say the least macam average life. Tak, I'm not saying that you should have an extraordinary life. Korang kalau yang ada average life should work macam tu, tak lah. It's your choice. But when Jananik said that macam I trust lah sebab I don't think I'm working enough to reach what I want to become. So she's pointing out at that type of people macam, oh kau nak work hard, kau nak kaya tapi kau tak nak work hard. I agree with that. So right now I'm kind of like practicing the sort of like there's no such thing as work-life balance. So yeah.
So if you want it, you work for it.
Yeah, if you want it, you work for it. To become a motivational speaker, of course you need to be dedicated, you need to be disciplined, you need to have a lot of knowledge, I guess, to share, because you're being an ambassador / benchmark for a lot of people. You know?
Yeah, true.
So there's a lot of high expectation, especially where I'm talking right now. When you say there's a lot of pressure, yes, there is a lot of pressure. But how do you cope with it? How do you able to fight the pressure? How do you able to take the pressure and push it as your motivation? It's up to you, up to you. So kalau kalian nak jadi macam let's say usahawan or nak jadi jutawan in general lah, how do you work for it? There's no such thing as work-life balance. So yeah, my last semester was my heaviest semester because I have class from 8:30 to 1 and then 1 to 4 before training. I will try to complete my assignments, study for my test apa semua. So petang rugby, balik maghrib, dinner sekejap apa semua, balik sama lagi works like paperwork and other things like macam issue college nak kena solve, kadang-kadang meetings and whatnot. So basically the whole day I will not rest sampai betul-betul malam pukul 11, pukul 12 baru tidur lah. Kadang-kadang even stay up until 2 to 3 in the morning sebab nak settlekan kerja. Especially with the event that I've handled last semester, there's a lot of things yang macam tak settle apa semua kan. Especially financially, nak cari sponsor apa lagi, and nak cari teams. Kadang-kadang ada teams yang withdraw sebab tak nak join ada events apa semua. Memang tough. But jangan, for me, if you guys want that life yang luxury life, jangan takut nak buat semua benda tu. Of course during that process you will make a lot of mistake. I admit that as the president, as a student, as the event manager, event director for last semester punya tournament, I did a lot of mistakes, and to say the least, macam that thing helps you grow, you know. So my advice is to you all yang macam nak pursue this type of life, buat je. Jadi tak jadi itu kemudian. Sebab ramai macam takut sebab apa tahu? What if benda ni happen? What if benda ni happen? What if benda that happen? What if tak jadi? What if lah, the statement of what if.
The what ifs.
The what ifs. Kadang-kadang what if tu tak wujud pun dalam that time.
Kadang kita yang macam overthinking.
Betul. It's good to overthink, but you need to be systematic overthinking.
Yeah, true.
Macam, okay, how do I counter this? How do I counter that? How do I approach this type of people? How do I approach this type of people? Semua benda tu lah. So yeah, with that experience last semester, I think I matured more than I used to, because funny enough, I've never been alam pekerjaan. I've never worked before in my whole life. I've never had a part-time. So I think doing that macam helps me. Taklah helps, macam at least give meaning to my life. Macam tak adalah rasa macam tak berguna langsung. Tak adalah. I mean like ramai cari experience from bekerja and whatnot, and my way is I cari experience from that type of activities. So, true. Yeah. Jangan takut tu guys. Seriously. Generation sekarang ramai takut nak buat sebab of that what if, kena judge apa semua.
Yeah, true. But then I think my senior in high school once said to me, I don't remember like exactly the phrase exactly, but it was something like along the lines of be a maker of mistakes, but not a repeater of them.
Yeah.
Like you can make mistakes, but
learn from it.
Yeah, you learn from it.
Yeah.
And then you learn from it, you grow from it.
Yeah.
And then you become like a person. That is what shapes you as a person.
True.
I think at the end of the day.
True.
Yeah.
I agree. I think I need to focus on this a lot.
Yeah, I think for me also, because a lot of like to me, in my opinion, I am the type of person to think about those what ifs. Yeah, but then the thing is how I deal with it is that it's what you said lah. Just don't think about it too much.
Yeah.
Like just do it, because at that moment when you think of it too much, it's just going to end up being like a burden to you.
Yeah, you will burn out.
Yeah, true. Okay, so going into our next question. So already like talked about, I think you already like touched on this a bit on your last like response, but I just like wanted to know if you wanted to like give some sort of additional response, in which what kind of like person do you think should pursue being like a president, or like
what type of person?
like what criteria do you look for in a person?
Oh, this is fun.
Like in your opinion lah.
In my opinion, I believe to become a president, you need to be confident.
Maybe like not even like a president, just any sort of
leader in general.
Leader in general.
Well, there's I think debate, some sort of like debate going on macam takkanlah orang extrovert je boleh jadi leader.
Yeah, true.
Orang introvert pun boleh jadi leader. But holding a big position, somehow you need to talk a lot.
Yeah.
You need to convince people that you are doing something. You need to convince people that to macam tak buat diorang rasa susah, tak buat mereka rasa resah hati, tak buat rasa gelisah, buat rasa macam I'm with you for this journey. I'm trusting you.
So you have to like have that skill.
Yeah, you have that.
Because that's a skill.
Yeah, that's a communication skill. You need to have that skill to convince people.
Yeah.
But at the same time macam don't just talk, you know. Walk the talk. Don't just like talk macam saya akan buat escalator di KPMB. Lepas tu tak ada hapak berjalan.
Yeah, true.
It's like an analogy lah.
Like action speaks louder.
Yeah, action speaks louder than words. When you talk, you need to do it as well.
Especially when it's like your manifesto.
Yeah.
Because that's some sort of like promise.
Yeah,
right?
especially your manifesto. Did I manage to fulfill all my manifesto? No. But did I try? Yes. But do I expect people to understand that I tried? No. That's the thing of becoming a leader. Tak kisah MPP ke, Perdana Menteri, YB, even prefect, even president club sedaya. People expect a lot from you.
Yeah, true.
And my coach said a lot of this during our training. Macam orang tak tengok pun apa yang kau buat. Orang tengok kau punya result. So at that time you will see people yang akan critique you, people yang akan sanjung you and whatnot. People will don't know how hard you work, how hard you break every each of your bones, apa semua orang tak tahu. So as a president, as a leader in general, confidence is key. Persuading people is key. Doing what you said is important. Jangan mungkiri janji. Fourth, like I said lah, macam you need to expect people to not understand you. This is what kills a lot of people. In general nowadays pun in society.
Yes.
Even if you macam let's say kau tolong orang susah, macam bagi dia sedekah RM10, and then when people see that, tak ada nak cakap riak kan, but I'm taking this as a parallel lah. Macam if you buat baik, jangan expect orang akan terus sanjung you. Kadang-kadang orang akan cari mistake in that kebaikan. That's people nowadays. Okay, so as a leader, jangan expect a lot of things from your anak buah lah, because you need to help them as well. Kita leader ni banyak dugaan. Okay, I'm just saying, bukan leader saja tau, semua orang pun ada expectation towards each other kan, betul tak? Even you yourself ada expectation towards diri sendiri. So janganlah sebabkan kata-kata orang lain you terus down. Betul tak?
Betul.
Jangan sebab kata-kata orang lain you terus down. Take that as a motivation, okay? Jangan sebab nilai titik rosak susu sebelanga.
Banyak peribahasa kita hari ni. But then I agree a lot with you actually. Especially like with what you said, it's not just about leadership. In a lot of
in life in general.
In life in general. Maybe even just being with your friends or like family, that sort of situation ends up coming up a lot.
But talking about parents kan, especially if you want to like pursue your career kan, macam my friends a lot macam nak jadi artis, nak jadi influencer and whatnot. Go for it. For me, if you ask me, I would say go for it. But sometimes macam ada upbringing family lah, macam tak allow that thing.
True.
Because there are mindset parents macam traditional lifestyle macam doctor, engineer,
True.
dentist, apa semua. That high salary job lah.
Yeah.
But nowadays kita banyak peluang pekerjaan tau. So for me, my advice is, if you want to pursue that career, buat je, but at the same time convince your parents yang your punya academic pun bagus. Faham tak? As for me, macam my mum actually tak allow me tau untuk buat tournament hari tu, because she's afraid that I will burn out apa semua, lepas tu tak fokus dengan studies apa semua kan. But I convince her I can study and do the thing that I have passion about at the same time. So it's all about convincing again. It's all about convincing. So jangan sebab parents korang kata tak boleh, korang tak buat benda tu. For me it's a stupid reason to stop to what you are passionate about.
Yeah, true. I think because when you said that your mom didn't actually support you,
Tak support.
Not support. It's like
Macam
moms,
being skeptical.
parents
takut tak study.
Yeah.
Of course, I understand
That's
that.
actually like really same. Like it's like
Same
really
situation,
similar to my situation, because ever since like I was small, I like to join competitions. I like to join competitions and that stuff. It's not like I don't like to study, but I just like being in competitions. I guess like maybe the rivalry, maybe something like that lah. But then my mom would always scold me for it, because she would always tell me that
Abaikan study.
nanti tak study, nanti tak fokus study. And so I've been frustrated about it all my life, actually. But then when I can actually like prove it to her
that you can balance it out,
I can actually balance it out, she ends up like not being able to say anything.
Yeah.
So it's like okay,
prove them wrong.
And then until it comes like to a certain point where she's just like, okay, maybe this is my daughter's passion.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna like let her do it.
It takes time.
Yeah, it takes time to convince people. But then,
Everything takes time.
yeah, at the end of the day, if you want it to work, if you want it, you work for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a win-win situation tau. Let's say if you want to become an artist, you learn all these skills to paint, to imagine macam apa nak lukis apa semua. Let's say you did not succeed. Let's say, at least you have the skills. At least you have the experience.
Yeah.
At least you have the memories
Yeah, I
yang
think
tak
that's
semua orang akan ada.
That's why people overlook a lot.
Yeah. Imagine korang lalui benda yang paling susah dalam hidup korang, and then you achieve that. You know how valuable that moment is.
True.
Macam tak semua orang akan rasa benda tu tau. I think that drives me a lot. Macam I want, tak adalah nak kena sanjung, but I want that moment, that particular moment of me on the stage, knowing that I made it, knowing that I can talk to a lot of people, sharing my experience, and insyaAllah motivate them as well.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I agree a lot, because I've seen a lot of people bring themselves down.
Yeah.
Because the results aren't what they expected.
Yeah. Expect low.
But then I feel like along the way is what people miss out on a lot. Because like along the way you learn a lot of things.
Yeah.
And that's like at the end of the day is what gives it your life like
meaning.
A meaning. Like it gives it essence.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
So okay, this is like also like a question that I don't think I need to ask. Because from
what's my motivation?
I mean, it's about like giving advice. Because I feel like you've been giving advice to like
all this podcast.
Yeah, all this podcast. But then, do you have anything you want to add? Like your advice? Okay, maybe not as a president.
What
maybe
more?
just as a human.
As a human being,
like, as general.
What more can I add? Don't expect a lot from people. That's what I've learned a lot. To say the least, I don't experience a lot of things in my life. Gratefully, my life, yes, semua orang kena duga, semua orang kena uji.
Yeah.
But Alhamdulillah, I've been through that a lot. Especially those times macam jadi seorang pemimpin kan. Memang kena uji, memang kena kritik, memang orang tak suka apa semua. And then I have problems with my friends that I won't go deep into lah. Sebab it's very, very sensitive topic. But you know, that grows me a lot. So from what I've learned a lot from the experience is jangan expect a lot from people. You can be kind, but don't expect kindness back.
Yeah, true.
Just buat baik. Jangan tak pernah buat baik dengan orang. Sebab kalau orang tu buat jahat dengan kita, jangan kita tak buat baik dengan orang tu. Alright? Even if kan you tak nak buat baik dengan orang tu, to say the least, jangan buat dia sakit hati. Jangan buat jahat balik kat dia. Diam. Diam is the most respectful thing you can do to a person. If you don't have anything better to do or to say. Yeah. So why I've said this because why I expect nothing from people is because people disappoint you.
Yeah.
Orang akan buat salah dekat
You
you.
put all of your expectations.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry. Okay.
People will disappoint you. Bukanlah I'm not saying that I disappoint people. I don't disappoint people. I'm a human as well, you know. I will make people mad. I will make people sad. That's a normal thing to do. Try to atone it. Try to macam mana cakap? Make up for it. Try to make atone for it. Sebab ya kalau kau tak apologize, you will be the bad guy lah. Okay. From there, try to identify your mistakes and then try to reason with that person if you buat salah dengan orang tu. Expect less, macam janganlah harap dia maafkan kau ataupun jangan expect dia buat baik dengan kau ataupun berbaik balik dengan dia apa semua kan. Don't expect that lah. From friendships, I try to be moderate with it, I guess. Yeah, I don't taklah nak kata beria, taklah. If I want to have fun with people, I have fun with people. Tapi, you know, people will disappoint you. I will disappoint people as well. What more I can add? Sebab apa tahu? Before this kita ada KPMB confession kan? And people macam in that confession group, semua orang macam broken with their relationships, with their friendships. Sebab tu broken sebab kena reject dengan crush and all that. I'm saying this because you have a lot of energy, you have a lot of more to offer tau. Korang punya energy time korang broken tu, korang tahu tak korang boleh buat apa? Entah korang boleh buat income 5 angka tau. I'm being harsh because I've experienced that as well. I've been in your position, but I've changed myself tau. I've been broken before. Tipu lah tak pernah. Betul tak?
Yeah, true.
Tipu lah tak pernah. I've been broken before. I've been macam, oh kenapalah dia macam ni dengan aku apa semua and all that. I've been there. So I am brave to say that you can move on from that phase. And as well as things takes time. Tak semua benda akan instantly dapat macam tu je, okay? Korang kena faham macam things have progression. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. Okay, you need to take one step at a time. I think that's I've heard this one talk from this one international guy. I can't remember the name, but he had a children's book and he had and he got motivation from it. In that storybook, the protagonist and the main character from the storybook was like afraid to walk in the dark, but there's his companion, dia punya kawan, macam said, can you see the steps one step at a time? And then the protagonist said, yes, I can see the steps. And then his friend said, so why are you worried to walk this path with me? So that's a very, very, very motivational thing to say lah. Macam it opens my eyes. Macam kenapa nak worry about the future when you need to focus on the present? Okay. So itulah. Many people are broken because they expect a lot of things from people and they are too rushing. Too rushing in life. It takes time. Take your sweet time.
They always take life as some sort of race. It's
Yeah.
not supposed to be a race.
I think sebab one of the reasons pun sebab our society.
Yeah, it's our society.
Okay,
also.
by 70 you need to go in college and then you need to graduate by 24 and then by 25 you need to have work. And then from 25 until 30 you need to work. To provide your money and all that. No, don't be in that rat race. Sebab kalau korang life macam tu, life in like a simulation, macam dah simulated lah life korang. It's not gonna give your life a meaning. Actually, some people macam tak boleh go out of that type of life sebab tak semua orang ada privilege macam kita. But yang ada kebolehan untuk keluar daripada lumba lari itu, I'm saying this, just go for it, okay? Jangan takut.
Yeah, I agree too.
Yeah.
This is like one poem that I used to like. No, I still like that poem.
Still like to this day.
Yeah, I still like to this day. I still look up to it to this day. Sometimes like when I feel like I've lost my way, in a way, I will like search for it again. It's like it's by Robert Frost. It's like The Road Not Taken. I think it was The Road Not Taken. It's like there was two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less taken by. I'm saying all this by memory, okay?
Paraphrasing.
I'm saying all this by memory, so forgive me if I'm wrong. But then the conclusion of it is like there's like two roads, and then if you want to take like the road less taken by, just take it, because that will make all the difference in your life. Maybe that's the road that is meant for you.
Yeah. Not the same road.
I agree with what you said also, because like people tend to look at the bigger picture when what they're supposed to look at is to like look at one step at a time.
Yeah.
When you break down things into like simpler things, it becomes much more easier for like our human brains to comprehend. Yeah.
To interpret and all.
Yeah. Because it's like how you look at the cake, right? And then you like when you look at the recipe, then it makes sense. This cake happens to be like this.
Yeah.
But when you look at the cake as a whole,
how did it happen?
Yeah, how does it happen?
How from a flower can it grow to become a cake?
True. Yeah, I think that's what people tend to lose, especially like in this fragile. I think like it's some sort of fragile age of like moving from one phase to another.
Yeah.
To like high school.
It's hard.
To college.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's easy. It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard for everyone.
It's never an easy path for everyone. Tak semua benda, semua benda tu susah. Bayangkan lah, from SPM tiba-tiba you need to jump to college life. Time tu lah kena cari duit sendiri.
And it all happens so fast.
It happens so fast to everyone, you know.
But then I think we just end up trying to live our lives as we go.
True.
The best way that we can.
The best that we can.
Yeah. Okay, so I think like this will be like our final question.
Okay, sure. Yeah, sure.
Maybe you want to talk more?
No.
But we are short in time. Maybe
it's okay.
In the near future we can like have more deep talks like this. It's a good experience actually. It's a good experience for all of us.
I had fun so far. I had fun.
Okay, so this is like pertaining back to the like student council.
Yeah.
You as a president in the student council. So in your opinion, what do you think are like the pros and cons
of becoming
being like in the student council?
Oh, this is such a controversial question. Because I don't want to. How do I?
I'm not trying to provoke any
No. I'm not
controversy.
This is hard because I'm in a neutral position.
Okay.
Talking the pros of being a student representative council. Of course, you will build your networking. There's a lot of networking, especially if you talk a lot with a lot of people. Macam sebelum ni, our pengurusi MARA, Dr. Ashraf Wajdi came, and I've managed to propose to him a few stuff, to talk to him in person. Oh, that's a great experience, I guess. I'm not saying that he knows me now, but I believe he's familiar with my name. So, build your networking is good. Building your networking, of course, the experience of, kena kritik apa semua and that stuff, and then ada experience about program. Lepas tu, what else? I guess that's what I've learned about it, I guess the biggest pros you get is the memory.
You had fun, right?
Yeah.
You have fun.
Work is work, but having fun is having fun.
Yeah.
And then the cons. The cons.
Yang paling berat ni.
The disadvantages of becoming a student representative council. Of course, your studies will not, especially if you cannot catch up fast with your academics, it's going to be hard for you.
Yeah.
So, especially with our 12 weeks of academic time, it's going to be hard, man. You need to try to balance it out. Sometimes even tidur 2-3 pagi lah untuk belajar dan buat assignment and all that. Lepas tu belum cerita lagi dapat groupmate yang rider kan. Itu different ada stories pula kan. Belum lagi dapat groupmate yang macam jawapan macam tak relax.
Betul.
Kalau minta introduction tu 2-3 baris je. Itu belum soal macam tu lagi kan. Studies, I think you need to be strong lah. You need to have that mental capacity to process all the things that happening. Lepas tu dapat last minute information, nak kena buat program and all that.
Yeah, true.
But if I could add, if you have these traits, don't be a student representative council.
Ouch.
If you have these traits, if
Okay.
you want to change, then okay lah.
Okay, yeah,
But if
yeah.
you think if you don't want to change, but I'm advising you to change lah. If you are the type of person afraid to try, if you are the type of person yang macam asyik tanya what if apa semua.
Like afraid to take that risk.
Yeah, afraid to take risks. Afraid to do a lot of things. Lepas tu afraid nak cakap depan khayalan orang ramai. My advice is, if you want to become an SRC or Student Representative Council, belajar untuk buang sifat-sifat ni. If you don't want to be, then if you don't want to change, don't be. Sebab being a role model, someone that a lot of people look up to.
Yeah, it is a role model.
There's a lot of pressure tau.
You are like the bench maker actually.
Yeah, bench maker tau. People will expect a lot from you. Tapi I'm not saying you need to meet that expectation. But takkanlah tak nak sumbang apa-apa.
Yeah.
You need to at least macam even satu sumbangan towards this college pun dah okay. Okay. don't yelah, sebab orang fikir macam nak buat bajet besar. There's a lot of little things you can do tau yang give value to this college. Not even to this college, to the person itself kan. Buatlah macam nak buat ambil van dari luar, tolong promotekan nasi time malam. That's the things that you need to think of. Macam tak payah involvekan budget college pun.
The things that you can do.
Yeah.
Like if the things that you plan to do are actually out of reach. Something like that.
Yeah. Budget college. Jangan expect a lot kan from college. Jangan dah kata nak college kita ni miskin. But sometimes korang punya program tu melibatkan puluh-puluh ribu.
Yeah.
Nak invite hujan lah. Nak invite tu lah, nak invite inilah. Takkanlah tu college nak bayar tu je kan.
Can relate.
But can I like add one more to the future MPP lah. Future MPP okay.
Yeah, sure.
I think I dah cover kot. Yeah, just don't expect a lot from people to understand you. Try to do your best. Itu je. Do your best. Jangan tak buat. Kalau tak buat tu memang aku marah korang. Tapi do your best, okay? Jangan takut nak mencuba. That's the trait that everyone should have for MPP. Not in MPP pun, in people in life, okay? That's all lah. Short and simple lah. Because I've been talking a lot.
But it's okay, you're like carrying this podcast.
I'm excited to be in this podcast actually. You don't know how excited I was. Especially when they posted their first podcast. I macam, tak sabar je.
But then you have to like do the marketing also lah.
Yeah, sure. No problem. I will promote this podcast.
Okay, so with that being said, I think this is like where we end the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, unfortunately, this
I'm so
podcast
sad.
has come to an end. Okay, but then maybe lah, if we were to invite you again in the future, would you want to join?
I'll be happy to join.
You'll be happy to join.
Time tu
Maybe
kan.
by then you'll be a motivational speaker.
Amin. Time tu I dah kaya, I sponsor studio korang. Studio korang. Kau nak cakap apa? Nak mic, nak lighting.
So, this video is proof
Clip this. Clip this.
I'll send it to you.
If that time dah kaya lah.
Okay.
I'll try to help.
Inshallah.
I'll try to help.
Our Studio Santai.
I'll be happy to help.
StudioSantaiStudent will pray for
Pray for better production.
no pray for better production, yes, but especially to pray for your success lah.
Oh, I mean,
Because with your success comes better production for us guys.
Win-win situation.
Win-win situation.
I hope you guys pun dapat continue this podcast. It's a
Yeah.
very good idea.
Yeah.
It's very good outlet for students to vent, I guess, untuk luahkan perasaan
I hope,
diorang.
like from our videos, students
It helps a
especially
bit.
lah,
It helps you think of
can
it.
find some sort of comfort in it.
Yeah, true.
Because I just want to like add a few things. Humans are like, I think this is like a research. I'm not really sure. Maybe I'm just like blabbering. I could be, but humans.
No, people are convinced. People are convinced. Just say this is a research that I've read. People will be convinced. People don't know what
Actually,
research.
people will Google it, right? But then it's like people tend to look for communities, like to like the communities that they relate themselves to.
Some sort of true.
Yeah, and then like people tend to live like in a pack, like wolves, because I feel like people thrive more when they live as a team rather than when you live as a loner, right? So I think yeah, that's the conclusion.
Yeah, that's a good wrap up. That's a good wrap up statement.
Okay, so with that being said, thank you for watching this video until the end.
Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe,
Like,
comment
share,
down below.
guys. Also, thank you for Studio Santai Student for inviting me. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Sure.
For agreeing.
I memang dah agree in the first place.
Even before.
You've
already like dreamt for this moment, right?
Yeah, I've already dreamt for this moment. So thank you so much.
Okay,
I hope you guys learned a thing or two.
We learned a lot of things. Yeah, thank you.
Not you, them. I hope we learn a lot together.
Okay, I hope we learn a lot together. Okay, so with that, thank you, Haras.
Right, thank you to Fatin. Thank you,
And
manager.
Thank you to like the crew.
Thank you, cameraman. Thank you,
Goodbye.
director. Okay. Goodbye.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.